India wakes up every morning in many ways. A temple bell rings somewhere, an ajan echoes in another street, a church bell rings softly in a quiet lane. Different prayers, different faith, but one country. ଏ ଦେଶରେ ଅନେକ ଧର୍ମ ଅଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ସମ୍ବିଧାନ ଗୋଟିଏ. For decades, this is how India lived together. Not perfectly, but together. Yet, today many people are asking, is religion slowly replacing the constitution as the definition of nationalism? Let's talk about this. India was never a religious nation. If a religion was the glue, then India would have broken long ago. What truly holds India together is something quieter, less emotional, but far more powerful, the Constitution of India. ଯଦି ଭାରତକୁ କିଏ ଧରି ରଖିଛି ତାହା ହେଉଛି ଭାରତର ସମ୍ବିଧାନ, ନା କୌଣସି ଭୟ ନା କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାର ଧର୍ମ. And Indian secularism will never ask you to stop believing. It only asks the state to remain neutral. Your faith is personal, but your citizenship is shared. The constitution makes it very clear. Article Article 14, equality before law. Article 19, freedom of expression. Article 25, freedom of conscience and religion. Article 51A, fundamental duties. Let me tell you a real story. In a small school, Kerala, in 1986, three children, Bijoe, Binu, and Bindu Emmanuel, in the school morning assembly, stood and the national anthem began. They stood straight, silent, respectful, but they didn't sing the song. Not because they hated India, not because they were disrespectful, but their religious conscience did not allow them to sing. So the teachers became angry and the authorities felt offended and they were expelled from the school. Now imagine these three children standing before the Supreme Court of India. The judges asked a simple question: did they disrespect the nation? The answer was no. So that day, Supreme Court made a historic judgment that standing respectfully is also a patriotism. So ଭକ୍ତିର କେବଳ ଗୋଟିଏ ରୂପ ନଥାଏ, it has many forms, and that day the constitution protects both the nation and minority. Rabindranath Tagore once said that blind nationalism can become more dangerous when it loses its moral compass. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also warned us that democracy is not just voting, it is learning to live together. And John Stuart Mill argued that a society is free when its minorities feel safe. Recently, news came from Bangladesh. Hindu minorities were attacked, temples were damaged, and fear spread. The Indians become angry, and rightly so. But pause for a moment. Hindus in Bangladesh are a minority, but Hindus in India are a majority. ବହୁ ସଂଖ୍ୟକର ଅର୍ଥ ନୁହେଁ କି ଆମ ପାଖରେ ଅଧିକ ଶକ୍ତି ଅଛି. ବହୁ ସଂଖ୍ୟକ ମାନେ ଆମ ପାଖରେ ଅଧିକ ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ଅଛି, ଅଧିକ ରେସ୍ପନ୍ସିବିଲିଟି ଅଛି. What hurts us there cannot justify hurting minorities here. Justice cannot change the border. It's their fault. They cannot understand being a Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, or from any other caste. After all, he was a Bangladeshi. तो କ୍ଷତି ପହଞ୍ଚିବା ଆଗରୁ ଆମକୁ ଦେଖିବା କଥା କି after all we are Indians. Whatever our religion, whatever our caste is, it doesn't matter. Imagine another situation. It is a Christmas night and lights glow, children sing, people celebrate it peacefully. But suddenly a group enters and shouting, threatening, stopping the celebration, not by law, but by force. Now ask yourself honestly, is this strength or fear? Our constitution permits us, like peaceful religious celebration is a right. And ଯୋଉଠି ଆଇନ କାନୁନ ଅଛି ସେଠି ଗୁଣ୍ଡାଗିରିର ସ୍ଥାନ ନାହିଁ. And this is not Hindu versus Christian. This is clearly law versus mob. And we should, as a citizen, as a young leader, We should raise our voice against this nonsense. I will call it nonsense. India has seen this story before. In 1947, religion was the reason for which political division happened. And trains arrived full of dead bodies, and families were torn apart, and history bled. Jawaharlal Nehru warned us then that communalism can destroy India from within. बट हिस्ट्रीର ସେଇ ଭୁଲକୁ ପୁଣି ଥରେ ଆମେ ରିପିଟ୍ କରିବୁ ଆଉ ସେଇଟା ଦେଖିବାକୁ ଆମ ପାଖରେ ଶକ୍ତି ନାହିଁ. Religion is the one who divided us once, but the constitution was there who reunited us. See, religion is not dangerous, but when religion becomes the political power, it starts being faith, it starts becoming control. Democracy survive on equality, not just that religious dominance. India chose constitution in 1950 and that choice saved us. ଯଦି ଆପଣ ସମ୍ବିଧାନକୁ ସୁରକ୍ଷା ଦେବେ ସମ୍ମାନ ଦେବେ ତାହେଲେ ଦେଶ ଆପେ ସୁରକ୍ଷିତ ହୋଇଯିବ. And the real question is not which religion is right, which religion is wrong. No. The real question is, are we still faithful to the Constitution of India?
ମୋର ଏଇ ଟପିକ୍ ଉପରେ ଏହା ହିଁ ମତାମତ ଥିଲା ଏବଂ ମୁଁ ଯଦି କିଛି ଭୁଲ କହିଲି ଆପଣମାନେ କମେଣ୍ଟ ସେକ୍ସନରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ମତାମତ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ. ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ.